People ask me why I created Ren. The name, the legacy, the ritual. My answer begins with one question. What is the most valuable thing you truly own? Most people immediately think about money, property, possessions, or status. I think about something far older, your name. Long before someone remembers what you owned, they remember what your name came to represent. Long after your possessions have disappeared, your name continues traveling through conversations, photographs, history books, family stories, and memory itself. Every human being enters this world receiving a name, yet very few people are ever taught to protect it. We protect our homes with locks. We protect our phones with passwords. We protect our bank accounts with encryption. But how many of us intentionally protect the vibration of our own name? Every action you take teaches people what your name means. Every promise you keep strengthens your name. Every promise you break changes your name. Every act of integrity becomes part of your name. Every act of dishonesty becomes part of your name. Eventually, your name is no longer just something people call you. It becomes a legacy. History remembers names not because the body survived, but because the vibration of a life continued long after the body returned to the earth. Bodies are temporary. Legacy travels. That is why names like Harriet Tubman, Fred Hampton, Nelson Mandela, Ida B. Wells, and countless others continue to live in the minds of people who never met them. Their bodies are gone. Their names continue working. Their names continue teaching. Their names continue inspiring. Their Ren outlived their flesh. Every human being is writing the definition of their own name every single day. The question is not whether your name will be remembered. The question is what it will be remembered for. This book was also created because names alone do not shape civilizations. Rituals do. Every civilization is built upon repeated actions. Families have rituals. Schools have rituals. Nations have rituals. Religions have rituals. Corporations have rituals. Even your morning routine is a ritual. A ritual is simply repetition performed with enough consistency that it begins shaping identity. Every repeated action strengthens something within the human mind. Every repeated word strengthens a pattern. Every repeated story strengthens a worldview. Every repeated ceremony strengthens an identity. This is why repetition has always been one of humanity's greatest forces. The subconscious mind learns through repetition. Habits are built through repetition. Languages are learned through repetition. Character is strengthened through repetition. So is conditioning. Every ritual deserves examination because repetition is never neutral. It always strengthens something. That realization led me to another question that changed my life. Do I truly understand the rituals I participate in, or have I simply inherited them? Most people can explain how to perform a ritual long before they can explain why it exists. We inherit words. We inherit customs. We inherit ceremonies. We inherit prayers. We inherit traditions. Yet we rarely pause to ask where they came from, what ideas they were designed to reinforce, and whether they still express what we genuinely understand. Participation without understanding easily becomes habit. Habit repeated for generations becomes culture. Culture eventually feels so normal that questioning it becomes uncomfortable. Yet awareness always begins with honest questions. Consider something as familiar as memorized prayer. Throughout history, millions of people have faithfully repeated words they learned from someone else. Many find deep meaning, comfort, identity, and community through those prayers. This book does not ask anyone to abandon practices that are meaningful to them. It asks a different question. What does it mean to speak to the source of all life using words that were first given to you by another person? If your deepest prayer is entirely memorized, have you also learned how to speak from your own heart? Can both exist together? Can inherited words become deeply personal? These are questions worth exploring because they invite sincerity rather than automatic repetition. If there is a source beyond all human language, a source of every tree, every river, every bird, every galaxy, every breath, every child, every ancestor, every form of life, then surely that source already knows the language of your own heart before a single word leaves your lips. The purpose of this reflection is not to diminish inherited prayers. It is to encourage conscious participation instead of unconscious repetition. Words carry vibration because words carry meaning, memory, emotion, and intention. Every sentence shapes the one who repeats it. Every story gradually becomes part of identity. Every ritual strengthens whatever it continually rehearses. Before repeating any words, whether they come from religion, politics, family tradition, advertising, music, or culture, it is worth asking, what reality are these words reinforcing within me? What qualities are they helping me cultivate? Are they leading me toward greater wisdom, compassion, courage, humility, and understanding? Or are they simply repeating yesterday because yesterday was familiar? Awareness transforms repetition into choice. Ren, the name, the legacy, the ritual, was created because I believe every human being deserves to become conscious of the three forces that quietly shape an entire life. First, protect your name, because your name eventually becomes your legacy. Second, build a legacy worthy of remembrance, because your body will not carry your story forever. Third, examine every ritual you willingly repeat, because repetition writes itself into consciousness whether you understand it or not. Your life becomes the sum of what you consistently practice. Speak words that strengthen your character. Participate in rituals that deepen your understanding. Leave behind a name that continues teaching long after your final breath. Because one day, your body will become memory, but your Ren may continue walking through the lives of people you will never meet. Protect it, build it, live it. For in the end, the greatest inheritance you leave the world is not what you owned. It is what your name comes to mean. Ashe.